So this is how I like to sort of break down community management or community in general. 5 C's. So content is a good place to start in terms of value. And the way that I like to think about content is if you think about any social interaction, if you get invited over to dinner, you bring something to the table. You bring a bottle of wine, you bring something, maybe you bring an appetizer, and that's what content is. Content is sort of the thing that you bring to the table to foster genuine, healthy social interactions. And there's a really big opportunity well, there has been and there will be an opportunity in the content area because the web is fractured into tons of niches. Basically, you have people talking about very specific subject matter. They're forming communities around very specific niches. So the more high quality content around a niche, the bigger the opportunity that you have. Context is the second C, which is really just a way of saying you know the idiosyncrasies of your community, you know the niche really well, and you basically engage with them and provide content in the context that works for them. Connectivity is what good community managers do is they understand how to connect members of their community, especially in the context of if they see someone on one end of the community that maybe has a need and someone on the other end who can help with that need, what they do is they connect them together. And they provide a service in that way, and it's really valuable. And then the way that a business or brand benefits from that is the value sort of comes back to the business or brand because they've basically provided a service, and then more times than not, the member of the community feels good about it, says good things about both the community manager, that ambassador for the brand, and the brand itself. And that affects loyalty. That's basically, and that's really what we're going for is loyalty. The next is continuity, and that's the word that I like to use to stress that we work in campaigns. I have nothing against campaigns. They're great for raising awareness. They're effective. There's a reason why we do them. But when we look at the big picture and when we look at the opportunity in social, there's plenty of examples out there that basically make the case for creating something that you don't just want to walk away from, right? If you are fortunate enough to have some type of community that you've built, walking away from it can be a big deal. And the last is collaboration, and this is sort of how I like to sort of think about as an end result. You know, if you want to think about the ultimate metric in terms of gauging if you've created a good community or not, a healthy and vibrant community will collaborate. They will collaborate with each other. When you do community management well, you rely less on the community managers, and the community itself begin to act as community managers. And basically they help each other, but they also help the business or brand. And that can be through ideas, suggestions, and we have some examples that we'll go through. But when they're working together, when you've got a community that's basically like hashing it out, working together, coming up with ideas, and really working together and collaborating, that's a good indicator.